मन की बात।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Ayushman Bharat PMJ Sehat to extend coverage to all residents of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir via video conferencing. The scheme will ensure universal health coverage and focus on providing financial risk protection and ensuring quality and affordable essential health services to all individuals and communities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with 8 crore farmers of the country. He says the government will not let farmers trust down. Transfers PM Kisan Samman Nidhi installment to more than 9 crore farmers. More than 18,000 crore rupees transferred by the click of a mouse. President Ramnath Kovind to inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for various developmental projects in Diu. President will also inaugurate INS Kukri Memorial. User fee collection through FASTag crosses 80 crore rupees per day with first time with record 50 lakh transactions in a day. More than 2.2 crore FASTags issued so far. FASTag to be mandatory for vehicles from 1st January 2021. And Boxing Day test match between India and Australia in Melbourne continues. Indian bowlers strike early wickets. Mohammad Siraj and Shubman Gill start their debut in the Indian team. Good morning. You're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting the bulletin. In the next 1 hour, we'll get an account of everything that's been making it to the headlines. Our top story first. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today launch Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jai Sehat to extend health coverage to all residents of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir via video conferencing. The scheme will ensure universal health coverage and focus on providing financial risk protection and ensuring quality and affordable essential health services to all individuals and communities. Union Home Minister and Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir will also be present on the occasion. The scheme provides free of cost insurance cover up to 5 lakh rupees per family on a floater basis to all residents of Jammu and Kashmir. It also provides operational extension of Pradhan Mantri Jai to approximately 15 lakh additional families. The scheme will operate on insurance mode with convergence with Pradhan Mantri Jai scheme. The benefits of the scheme will be portable across the country. The hospitals empanelled under Pradhan Mantri Jai scheme will provide services under the scheme as well. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 18,000 crore rupees directly into the bank accounts of more than 9 crore farmer families. More than 1,10,000 crore rupees have already been deposited in the accounts of farmers under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. Prime Minister regretted that more than 70 lakh farmers of West Bengal have been deprived of the scheme because the state government has not implemented it there. Over 23 lakh farmers of West Bengal have applied online for the scheme.
इंडिया दुनिया के कृषि बाजारों में भी खुद को प्रतिष्ठा के साथ स्थापित करेगा। हमने लक्ष्य बनाकर काम किया कि देश के किसानों का खेती पर होने वाला खर्च, इनपुट कॉस्ट, ये कम हो।
With the click of a button, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the installment of financial benefit under PM Kisan Samman Nidhi through video conferencing. Rupees 18,000 crore have been deposited directly in the bank accounts of more than 9 crore farmer families in the country. So far, under PM Kisan scheme, more than 1,10,000 crore rupees have reached the account of farmers.
आज देश के 9 करोड़ से ज्यादा किसान परिवारों के बैंक खाते में सीधे एक कंप्यूटर की क्लिक से 18,000 करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा रकम उनके किसानों के बैंक के खाते में जमा हो गए हैं। जब से ये योजना शुरू हुई है, तब से 1,10,000 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा किसानों के खाते में पहुंच चुके हैं।
Prime Minister highlighted some farmer-centric initiatives of the government aiming at improving agriculture infrastructure. More than 1,000 agricultural mandis of the country were integrated online. A campaign is underway to form more than 10,000 farmers producer organizations, FPOs in the country. 1 lakh crore worth of agriculture infrastructure fund has been created to strengthen storage facilities. Soil health card, neem coating of urea, PM Kusum scheme has helped in reducing the input cost of farmers. Farmers are also getting the benefit of PM crop insurance scheme.
आज देश के करोड़ों किसानों को पीएम फसल बीमा योजना का लाभ हो रहा है। हमने लंबे समय से लटकी स्वामीनाथन कमेटी की रिपोर्ट के अनुसार लागत का 1.5 गुना एमएसपी किसानों को दिया। पहले कुछ ही फसलों पर एमएसपी मिलती थी, हमने उनकी भी संख्या बढ़ाई।
Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi was launched in December 2018 under PM Kisan scheme. A financial benefit of rupees 6,000 per year is provided to the eligible beneficiary farmers. 3 equal installments of rupees 2,000 each is paid under Pradhan Mantri Kisan scheme. The fund is transferred directly to the bank accounts of beneficiaries. 11.44 crore farmers across the country have benefited from PM Kisan scheme. Farmers have thanked Prime Minister for the scheme.
फायदाएं हैं, मतलब लागत के लिए परेशान नहीं होना पड़ता है, सारी व्यवस्थाएं हो जाती हैं।
पैसा मिल रहा है जी, हमें फायदा हो रहा है इससे। 2,000 रुपए जब आ रहे हैं तो अपना खेती बाड़ी में भी खर्चा लग रहा है इसका।
जो मोदी जी ने हमारे किसानों के लिए सोचा है, ऐसी सरकार हम आज तक न मिली न मिलेगी। हम तो मोदी के सराहनीय काम करते हैं कि उन्होंने हमारे जीवन को व्यापन करने के लिए हर कदम ऐसा उठाया है जो हम तो बहुत संतुष्ट है जिस सरकार से।
फायदा हुआ हमें, उसकी किस्त मिली है हमको जो खाते में आती है, और उसका जो है हम बीज खाद खरीद लेते हैं। बहुत ही फायदा मिलता है हमको, बहुत ही सहारा है इस सरकार का।
सही योजना है, कुछ ना कुछ तो फायदा होता है किसान को। आदमी 1-2 दफे के इकट्ठे करके 4,000 6,000 निकाल लेता है साल में, निकालने के बाद अपना काम चला लेता है।
PM Modi also highlighted steps taken to improve living standards of farmers. He said they are now getting pakka house, toilet and clean pipe drinking water. Farmers have also benefited greatly from free electricity connections, free gas connections, free treatment of up to rupees 5 lakh under Ayushman Bharat scheme. Clearly, the Modi government has ensured all its promises of improving productivity, income and standards of living for farmers are fulfilled. Arun Sharma's report for DD India.
Amid the ongoing agitation against agricultural reform laws, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday addressed more than 5 crore farmers through a video link. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lambasted the opposition parties in his address for fetching out lost political ground while shooting from the shoulders of the agitating farmers. The Prime Minister targeted the opposition, saying that they had become event managers to gain political limelight. He said that they have been exposed for their selfish politics. Prime Minister at the same time assured farmers again that the government is ready to untangle all their problems.
लोकतंत्र के किसी पैमाने को, किसी पैरामीटर को मानने को तैयार नहीं है। इन्हें सिर्फ अपना लाभ, अपना स्वार्थ नजर आ रहा है। ये लोग राजनीतिक मैदान में खुद के जिंदा रहने की जड़ी बूटी खोज रहे हैं, लेकिन देश का किसान उनको पहचान गया है। अब देश का किसान उनको ये जड़ी बूटी कभी देने वाला नहीं।
Prime Minister Modi reiterated that he has time and again said that neither the mandi nor the MSP system will be abolished.
कुछ लोग किसानों के बीच भ्रम फैला रहे हैं कि एमएसपी समाप्त की जा रही है, तो कुछ लोग अफवाहें फैला रहे हैं कि मंडियों को बंद कर दिया जाएगा। मैं आपको फिर ध्यान दिलाना चाहता हूं कि इन कानूनों को लागू हुए कई महीने बीत गए हैं। क्या आपने देश के किसी एक कोने में एक भी मंडी के बंद होने की खबर सुनी है? जहां तक एमएसपी का सवाल है, हाल के दिनों में सरकार ने बहुत सी फसलों का न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य भी बढ़ा दिया है। ये कृषि सुधारों के बाद भी हुआ है, नए कृषि कानूनों के बाद भी हुआ है।
BJP President JP Nadda thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for kick-starting the massive monetary relief distribution program worth rupees 18,000 crore to 9 crore farmers across India under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Nidhi Yojana. Congratulating the 9 crore farmers for the next installment under the scheme directly into their accounts, he said that a total of 8 crore farmers from across India who had registered to connect with the Prime Minister for his address directly listened to his speech, which is unprecedented and historical. He appealed to the protesting farmers not to fall prey to the falsehood and malicious propaganda of those who had ruled India for decades but had done nothing for their betterment and welfare. He also said that farmers should remain vigilant against such divisive and destructive forces who are politicizing issues for petty, selfish gains. In other news, President Ramnath Kovind will today inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for various developmental projects in Diu. The President, who is on a 4-day visit to Diu, will inaugurate the first academic session of IIT Vadodara International Campus and Kamaleshwar School, Ghogla. He will also lay the foundation stones for construction of a school at Saurwari, improvement of 1.3 kilometer heritage walkway on Diu City Walk, conservation and facade restoration of heritage precincts and upgradation of fruits and vegetable market at Fort Road, and also development of integrated municipal solid waste management system for entire urban and rural areas of Diu district. The President will also inaugurate INS Kukri Memorial today. On the eve of New Year 2021, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is to offer a bunch of gifts by his own hands to the people of Assam. The minister, who is on a 3-day visit to Northeast, has arrived in Guwahati city, and the Home Minister will take part in a ceremonial program organized by Assam State Government in Guwahati, where he will launch and initiate a number of schemes and projects respectively. Now, these include formal launching of the initiative for establishing the second medical college in the city and distribute financial assistance of rupees 2.5 lakh each to 8,000 Namghars or the Assamese prayer house under the scheme of Assam Darshan. In addition to that, laying of foundation stones for 3 new flyovers in the city will also be done, initiating the project of promoting Bratadwa Dhan, a highly esteemed religious institute established by Saint Srimant Sankardev on the lines of Golden Temple in Amritsar. Laying the foundation stones for 9 new colleges across the state would also be on the agenda of the Home Minister. Moving on, the toll collection through FASTag has crossed 80 crore rupees per day on 24th of December for the first time, with record 50 lakh FASTag transactions per day. Road Transport and Highways Minister said that more than 2 crore 20 lakh FASTags have been issued till date. The FASTag has been made mandatory for vehicles from 1st January 2021. National Highways Authority of India, that is NHAI, has made all necessary arrangements to provide seamless movement of vehicles at toll plazas. Adoption of FASTag has helped highway users to save time and fuel at the toll plazas. FASTag is easily available at over 30,000 points of sale across the country and mandatorily available at NHAI toll plazas. It is also available online through various shopping portals, including Amazon and Flipkart. The program has partnered with 27 user banks and has also included several options to simplify its recharge facility. In addition, cash recharge facility is also being provided at point of sales at toll plazas for convenience of the users. Also, FASTag uses radio frequency identification technology. This provides users a smooth and effortless crossover at toll plazas without waiting. The payment is made digitally through FASTag linked to the bank wallet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recalled the teachings of Lord Shri Krishna on the occasion of Gita Jayanti on Friday, and the people celebrate the values mentioned in the Gita. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote him, "The noble ideals enshrined in Srimad Bhagavad Gita have radiated across the world. They motivate people to lead life to the fullest potential and to be compassionate." Director General of UNESCO wished Happy Gita Jayanti 2020 and Merry Christmas, and said in the post that Bhagavad Gita is a literary masterpiece and also a wealth of wisdom. In a tweet, she said that this year, Christmas is also Gita Jayanti, the day Bhagavad Gita was spoken 55 centuries ago. The soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither burned nor dried. May the story of transmigration of the soul bring happiness and hope for 2021. Happy Gita Jayanti 2020 and Merry Christmas. Bhagavad Gita is a literary masterpiece and a wealth of wisdom. It is one of the works translated with support of UNESCO. The dialogue between Arjun and Krishna is an inspiration for all. And replying to UNESCO Director General's tweet, Minister of Education also offered greetings for Gita Jayanti and Christmas. Minister of Education in a tweet said, as Honorable Director General of UNESCO has put the dialogue between Arjun and Krishna very eloquently, let us all welcome 2021 with new hope and love. Happy Gita Jayanti 2020 and Merry Christmas to all. In Arunachal Pradesh, counting of panchayat and 2 municipal corporations is being held today. More than 73% voters exercised their franchise on this election, which was held on 23rd of December. The state has 25 Zilla Parishads with 241 constituencies and 2,215 Gram Panchayats with 8,436 constituencies. Itanagar Municipal Corporation has 20 wards, while Pasighat Municipality has 8 wards. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party has already won 96 of the 241 Zilla Parishad member constituencies unopposed. The BJP has also won 5,410 of the total 8,436 Gram Panchayat constituencies and 5 seats in Itanagar Municipal Corporation. As many as 110 Gram Panchayat segments in the state have fallen vacant due to various reasons. The State Election Commission will take a final call on conducting by-elections in those segments after the current electoral process is over. The government is gearing up for a rollout of COVID-19 vaccination program across the country. As the vaccine administrators will play an important role in vaccination process, training of trainers and those who shall administer the vaccine has been taken up across various states. To strengthen the capacity of the human resource for COVID-19 vaccine introduction and its rollout, detailed training modules have been developed for different categories of vaccine handlers and administrators. 2,360 participants were trained during national level training of the trainers to facilitate redressal of queries on COVID-19 vaccination and Co-Win portal related queries. National Helpline 1075 and State Helpline 104 capacity has also been strengthened. The National Expert Group on Vaccine Administration of COVID-19, NEGVAC, has recommended 3 prioritized population groups, including healthcare workers, that is about 1 crore, frontline workers, about 2 crore, and prioritized age group, that is about 24 crore people. As a step to prep up for administration of COVID-19 vaccine and to assess the readiness of the planned activities, a dry run has been planned in 4 states next week. A quick update on the COVID-19 situation from across the country. India's active caseload has further slipped under 3% on Friday, comprising merely of 2.78% of the total cases. The trend of more daily recoveries than the daily cases has led to continuous contraction of India's active caseload, which presently stands at 2,81,919. Continuing with the trend of the last 28 days, India has reported more daily recoveries than the daily new cases during the past 24 hours. When compared globally, India has one of the lowest case fatalities per million population. India's case fatality rate is 1.45% presently. The recovery rate has also improved to 95.77%. The cumulative recovered cases stand at 0.97 crore. Also, the gap between recovered cases and active cases is steadily increasing and presently stands at 94,35,950. Also known once as the hotbed of COVID-19 spread, Dharavi has registered 0 positive case of COVID-19 on Friday. Now, this is for the first time since 1st of April. Known as Asia's largest slum, Dharavi comes under G North Ward of BMC, which has been showing cases in single digits also. The total cases till date are 3,788 with 12 active cases. 8 are home quarantined and 4 in CCC2. Also, through proactive steps and effective containment strategies, the authorities have actively chased the virus. Up next, we're heading for a short commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be back in a short while.
Nine to 5 job, अरे 5 to 9 job, भाग दौड़ all the time job. The roaming वाला job, the deadline वाला job, और are you living in the market वाला job?
जिंदगी में मौके ही मौके हैं। अपनी मर्जी से जॉब चुनिए और अपनी इच्छा अनुसार कमाइए। बन जाइए LIC एजेंट। ये है जॉब से बढ़कर, ये है करियर इंश्योरेंस। अपना बॉस खुद बनिए, बन जाइए LIC एजेंट। अब लाइफ सेट है।
समयोचित उपाय न किए जाएं तो शीतलहर से फसलों की तबाही और नुकसान हो सकता है। अत्यधिक ठंड और घने कोहरे की वजह से फसलों पर कीटों का हमला, फंगल रोग, शीत घाव और झुलसा रोग हो सकते हैं। मौसम विभाग की अग्रिम चेतावनी और कृषि परामर्श सेवा आपकी फसलों की सुरक्षा योजना बनाने में मददगार हैं। शीतलहर के दौरान सिंचाई हल्की रखें और खेत को गर्म रखने के लिए रात भर धुआं बनाएं। निम्न सुरंग तकनीक सुरक्षा प्रदान कर सकती है। पॉलिथीन शीट ढककर पौधों को ठंडी हवा से बचाएं। शीट पौधों को छूनी नहीं चाहिए। ढकने से पहले मिट्टी को गीला करने से श्रेष्ठ संरक्षण मिलेगा। दिन के समय पर्याप्त धूप मिले और मिट्टी को गर्म रखने के लिए खेतों को जंगली घास मुक्त रखें। अधिक सहायता के लिए किसान कॉल सेंटर का संपर्क करें और अपने स्मार्टफोन पर मेघदूत ऐप डाउनलोड करें। सतर्क रहें, फसलों को सुरक्षित रखें। NDMA एवं IIPHG द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
पक्की होगी बुनियादें तो हंसे हिंदुस्तान होगा। पहले करो शुरुआत करो, करो तो पक्की बात करो। पहले करो शुरुआत करो, करो तो पक्की।
वंडर सीमेंट, एक परफेक्ट शुरुआत।
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD News. Up next, we'll take a look at updates on COVID-19 from across the world. Over 8,193,000 people have contracted the new COVID-19 virus across the globe, with number of recoveries standing above 5,64 lakh. More than 17,56,000 have lost their lives owing to the virus, which has affected the US the most. The US has over 1,92 lakh cases of infection, while the number of fatalities have crossed 3,38,000 in the country. France has confirmed first case of the rapidly spreading mutated variant of the COVID-19 recently identified in the United Kingdom. As per the French health authorities, the person had arrived from London on December 19th. The person is asymptomatic and has self-isolated. The new variant of the virus has forced countries across the world to impose travel ban on England. Meanwhile, France has registered more than 25,47,000 cases of COVID-19, while death tally stands above 67,000 in the country. Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro has played down the efficacy of COVID-19 vaccine developed by China. As per the preliminary findings, CoronaVac, a vaccine developed by China's Sinovac Biotech, is more than 50% effective. Brazil has become the first country to off late to finish the trial of the vaccine, the results of which have now been delayed 3 times. Bolsonaro has repeatedly cast doubt on Chinese vaccine. Brazil itself has not approved any COVID-19 vaccine. The country, plunging at second in terms of fatalities from COVID-19, has so far registered over 74,48,000 cases of COVID-19 with more than 1,90,000 deaths. South Africa's health authorities are scrambling to tackle the swelling cases of COVID-19 virus. The country's COVID-19 cases are inching close to 1 million. Various hospitals have cancelled all holidays for staff deputed in the COVID-19 wards. It has seen over 9,83,000 cases of COVID-19, while 26,000 deaths have been registered. Revelers in Australia thronged to beaches to party on Christmas, ignoring the COVID-19 rules. Meanwhile, the state of New South Wales has increased COVID-19 testing to rein in a resurgence of infections in Sydney. Australian authorities have been able to control the spread of COVID-19. The country has over 28,000 cases of COVID-19 and more than 900 deaths. 3 wise men in Bolivia celebrated Christmas by distributing Bolivians even more important gifts, among the COVID-19 fears looming across the world. These three men hit the city of La Paz to disperse face masks to local residents. They reminded people to protect themselves against the spread of the deadly virus. A parked vehicle in the heart of Tennessee's capital, Nashville, exploded on Christmas morning after ringing warning several times. The incident has injured 3, destroyed several vehicles and severely damaged buildings, emitting black smoke into the sky. The police has described it as an intentional act. Moments before the explosion, police officials evacuated denizens in the nearby buildings safely. Let's talk of sports now. In the second test being played in Melbourne between India and Australia, Australia has won the toss and decided to bat first. Jasprit Bumrah struck early wicket of Joe Burns for India. Till the last news came in, Aussies were at 107 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Mohammad Siraj and Shubman Gill have made their test debut for India in this match. That's it in this edition of the News this hour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.